Well, my name is Harvey Elwood, as I own a radio station here in Orangeburg, right? I grew up in Brooklyn, New York.
As I mentioned last week, he has a background in radio and all media things and all media productions. He has his own radio station here in the Orangeburg area, New Perspectives Media, and like I said, he's been a really good guy. He's a staple in the Orangeburg community, so I'm sure this won't be the first time you'll see him. This probably won't be the last time you'll see him. And like I said, he's a really good guy. He always giving stuff to my kids too, so I appreciate him for that. He's here to kind of talk about a lot of the things that the radio station is offering. Some perspectives on what he's doing and probably some opportunities for you. So like I said, I would tell you to utilize this opportunity to network. He's a great resource to have. He's always around the college, so make sure you tap in with him. I'm sure he'll leave some contact information. He always provides internships for South Carolina State students, so it doesn't really matter your major, even if you don't have a media background. Marketing, a lot of things that deal with business, he's into that too. And he always provides opportunities for our students. So, be sure to tap in with him on that, and please just give him your undivided attention. Thank you.
I don't have much to offer you guys. I'm just someone who, like you, was a younger person who got involved and went to college after getting in trouble with the federal government and some other law enforcement people, And I made a decision that I wanted to go to school, change my life. And when I got to school, I realized I wanted to change the life of other people. I was privileged with the fact that there were historical people who worked at my school. Malcolm X's wife. I don't know if you know who Malcolm X is. So I was that kid who was very active in college, and I wasn't afraid of anything because I already had a background on the other side. So if I wasn't scared of what went on in the street, why would I be scared to deal with those levels of people? I guess what I'm trying to explain to you is that don't have fear when you want to achieve something. When you have professors like Thomas and those who can help you along the way, use that relationship, use those connections to further your life and business. Some of y'all say you're business students, right? Y'all are going to school for business. What weighs more, a pound of feathers or a pound of rocks? All right, a pound of feathers and a pound of rocks. Which one weighs more?
They both weigh the same.
And so that's what the world will try to do. The world will try to trick you. And if you're not thinking, you'll get tricked. And then you'll say, oh, he's trying to trick me, and you'll say, pound of feathers. Somebody said everybody knows it's pound of rocks, but everybody, you all know both were the same, right? Cell phone, business majors. All your business majors? Everybody? Who's not a business major? What's your major? Psychology. Oh, you want to be a doctor. And I know you. If you had a chance, it's not a trick question. If I gave you an opportunity, this is cell phone, everybody knows y'all grew up with this. If I said to you, I'll give you a chance to either own the company that makes the cell phone and sells them, or the company that provides the service, Verizon, AT&T, whoever the server is. If I said you had an opportunity to have either one of those, which one would you want to own? The one that makes the phone or the one that provides the service?
Service.
Why?
Subscription service when they need it for the phone.
Because the last couple of classes that I've talked to, most of them jump up and say, I want to own the phone. The phone is just a phone. The real money is in the service. That's what business people, that's how business people go. What I can tell you is that I'm in communication. Now back to me. I'm in communication. I've learned something about you. I learned that you guys can think. You guys are diverse. You come from all over the world. Serbia, right? So, and take advantage of that also. Students that come from other places, this is a chance for you in life to absorb information from cultures from all over. Not just here in South Carolina, not just in Maryland, but all over. You develop and forge relationships now that will last forever. I have friends that are in Bahamas, and Barbados, and St. Thomas. But the advantage for me was that I went to a school that had represented 63 nations from around the world. And I was a student governor. So one person was from Jamaica, one person was from Trinidad, one person was from South America. So we had that, and we were in a study group. And I absorbed that. That's just a piece of advice from me to you. If somebody speaks a foreign language, hang out with them. If they come from somewhere different, hang out with them. Because I promise you, one day it will further your life. It will broaden you. Because if everything you do is right here, that's where it's going to be for you, right here. It ain't going no further. If you can't think outside that box, you know that already, right? You know that. You know, and that includes other cultures. That includes having the ability to say, "Ilafi Quraysh, ilafihim rafla tashita wasayf, fayabudu rabahada bayt, aladin amahu min dunin, amanahu min kaf." It's a foreign language to you. It was to me. I learned it. It gives me access to another culture. And those accesses will give you a chance sometimes to go overseas or represent a company that you work for or a company that you made because you have linguistic skills that supersede Maryland. If you're thinking about a career in broadcasting, do so. I know you're business majors, but it doesn't mean you can't own a radio station. It doesn't mean you can't own a television station. They're very easy to own. They're not that difficult. Major corporations, y'all know that ain't hard to do. You just gotta have a significant idea of what you can do or what it can do, whatever the business can do to make you tons of money and job and prosperity for you, your family, and a whole lot of other people. When I came here, I didn't know what I was gonna do. I worked in South Carolina State for a while. I taught school in Columbia. And I had an opportunity to open a radio station, so we did it. How did I do it? A guy who looks like you helped me out to create a radio station. We're the #1 station in our market. Nobody beats us. And in a few months, we're gonna have television stations in Orangeburg, Bamberg, Calhoun County, and Dorchester. The next year, Florence, Sumter, Lexington, and Richmond County, Columbia, Richmond County. The reason we're doing television is because that's what people want, visual, right? So we're going to be on YouTube, we're going to be on UVerse, we're going to be on Spectrum, we're going to be on Dish, we're going to be on Direct, 5 networks. Teaching people how to produce and create their own programming and broadcast it at no cost. We know how to make money on our own. I know how to make money with that. But that's what I do. And I was a young person like you. I don't hear a lot of boring stuff from an old guy like me when I was in school. But I'm glad that Professor Thomas gave me an opportunity to come and speak to you guys, right? And if I can do anything to help you, I'm gonna do it. We do it. We have the young people that we work with today work at NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, PBS, and radio stations all over this country. They come to us, they stay with us for a semester or two, and when they go on, I get a phone call asking me from one of those big companies, would it be sensible for them to hire whoever it is? In other words, we make a recommendation based on that relationship. Similarly, if you're a business major, you may come and work with us and understand the business side of what we do, right? For those of you who have work study will pay you while you come and learn something at our station as well. We have a relationship with South Carolina State that affords you the opportunity to get paid and learn something at the same time. And so we recommend people all the time, and they work, like I said, not just here, back in Maryland, in DC, they go back home and they work at those radio stations and TV stations. We're really proud of that. So that's it. Anything else? I'm gonna give the floor to you guys. If you don't have any questions, I'm gonna be very upset. Somebody raised their hand. Yeah.
I don't know if you said this just now, but like, y'all offer internships?
Yes.
At the radio stations?
Absolutely. Our station is right up the street. And on the same Russell Street, right up there about 3 blocks away from here. This young man is from Claflin University. He's Claflin, right?
Yeah, Claflin.
Yeah, Jordan's from Claflin. He's graduating in 3 months or 2 months, whatever it is. He's worked with us. He's learned broadcasting. And he doesn't want to go back to Florence. He wants to stay and work with us. So we're going to find money. We're going to pay him. He's going to find us up an apartment either here in Columbia, and we got you. And then it doesn't mean you're not going to go further. You might want to go to NBC. ABC is somewhere else. And you might want to go as an account executive. You understand? So it doesn't mean you have to change your major. It means that you learned something about a business that's transferable, because all knowledge is transferable. You just happen to work at a radio or TV station. But we'll show you the business side of that as well. Because I want you to succeed in life. You don't know me, I don't know you. But I promise you my life is dedicated towards your success. Because if you succeed, the world succeeds. I want the world to succeed. If you're a part of the world, so whatever good you do, it reflects on speaking in public, it will help you. So even if you have to practice in front of a mirror until you get ready. And that's the other thing broadcasting does. Broadcasting allows you to develop a confidence in yourself. Like people who are athletes, sports people, they develop a confidence in themselves. So, there's more to learning than what goes on in class. Life experience, right? I was living in Columbia. I was just getting back there trying to teach. My pockets were empty, and I wanted to drink some beer. True story, I wanted to drink some beer. And I learned that beer was first manufactured by Egyptians. The first people to make beer were the Egyptians. And it was a man, a European white gentleman, walking in the building. I was on the payphone in front of his building. And he was walking in the building with a case of beer. And I said to him, man, where did you get that Egyptian elixir? Words. And he looked at me and said, what did you say? I said, where did you get that Egyptian elixir? He said, how did you know that? I said, well, everybody knows the Egyptians were the first people to make beer. So you might think that's a trivial thing, but that man was a multi-millionaire. His name is John Irvin III. And because I knew that, we became friends. He's dead now. He's a multi-millionaire. And just because I knew that one little thing, that you knew the difference between pound feathers and pound lots, it may seem trivial, but to him, it said something about me to him. So you never know what little knowledge you may get about something that might seem corny, or might seem silly, or might seem stupid. One day you might use it to impress somebody that'll take you to another level. You never know. That's a true story.
The skills that you learn and put to practice here will be transferable once you graduate, right? But the part that I hope that you all grabbed it was when he talked about the confidence and the networking. That will go so far, it will take you so far in life, I promise you. And a lot of people do not have those skills. You'd be surprised. If it's people that you're probably close to, it might be some of you, But our goal, and part of the goal that you should look to attain while you're here at school, is to be able to network. To be able to meet somebody that you never met a day in your life and talk to them like you've been known them for 10 years. You understand what I'm saying? To be able to, meet and go up with anybody. Doesn't matter if a millionaire, billionaire, somebody that you just meet on the street, right? And still be able to hold a conversation. The power of networking is so real, and you never know what kind of skills somebody may have that can complement what you want to do. Look to learn something every day if you can. Surround yourself with situations where it produces knowledge. So all of you, everybody on Instagram, raise your hand if you're not on Instagram. You're not on Instagram. Somewhat. What socials do y'all use? The most. What socials do y'all use? Instagram, Snapchat, anybody like TikTok, things like that. All right. And I understand how the socials work. You follow things that you like. Try to find some things that are educational and right? TikTok is really good for that. I think I don't really deal a lot with TikTok, but TikTok has a lot of instructional stuff on how to do different things. But definitely Instagram, right? It's a lot of good content of places that you want to visit, things you want to learn how to do, skills that you want to attain. It's a lot of those out there, right? So you can learn that stuff. And the benefit of that is just like what he just said, the fact that you may have to be able to hold on to something to connect with somebody else, right? Or skills that you may want to tap into, that you may be able to find someone that has the skill sets that you're looking for, so that you can then connect with them. And that's, again, that's the power of networking, and it's the fact that it's real, right? And so, as much as the crazy stuff that, or whatever crazy, I don't know what, I can't say crazy, but as much as the stuff that you watch on your social, try to offset it with half and half, right? I would just say half and half, right? So if you look, I use myself for example, if you look at my social, you see a lot of things like shoes, I like music, so you see a lot of that. I like the ratchet stuff too, right? So I like that stuff too, like the shade room and all that stuff. I like that stuff too. But then you also see, I follow the housing market. Like I follow a lot of people that's in real estate because I'm interested in real estate as well. I follow a lot of cleaning hacks, right? Because I like to try to keep things neat, right? At least I try to. I follow parenting skills, right? 'Cause I'm a new parent, right? I still got young kids. I want to learn how to be a better parent, right? So I look at these things. I follow things on new skills on how to read, like new books to read, right? I follow a lot of spiritual advice, right? So a lot of people that are connected to, my faith, right? I believe in Jesus Christ, so I follow a lot of pages that look like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's a healthy mix, so that you're not just aimlessly scrolling, really not learning anything, right? Because how many of you all have done that? Spent hours on end just kind of watching foolishness, right? It happens, right? And you think I'm just gonna be on for a few minutes, and then you end up on there for about an hour or two, all right? It happens. So make sure that you're still producing things or finding things that can produce good fruit for you as well, right, in your social. So there's a lot of opportunities. Again, make sure you can take advantage of it. Like I said, even if you don't work in broadcast or want to work in broadcast, it's a good resource to have, right? Never know who you may be able to connect to through him.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.